Hey everyone, if you're new to this channel, I'm Phil, I'm co-founder of EasyA, and we host a ton of hackathons. We've given away almost $1 million to people who've come to our hackathons. And in today's video, I'm going to answer a question that I get so much and that you're probably wondering about too. What on earth is a hackathon?
What on earth is that?
So maybe one of your friends invited you to a hackathon, maybe you heard that there's one happening on campus, maybe you've heard that there's one happening in your city. In today's video, I'm going to give you a no-nonsense tour of what exactly a hackathon even is. Because as much as you might think you know about what a hackathon is, or you might think from the word about what a hackathon is, chances are, if you've never been to one before, you're probably wrong. And that's because, number one, a hackathon is not what it says on the tin. If you've never been to a hackathon before, you might think that a hackathon is where people come together and they start hacking into things.
System breach.
Oh.
Firewall 1.
We got a problem.
What?
Someone synced a rat to one of my servers, a remote access tool. We're being hacked.
Like, I get this so much where we're hosting a hackathon in a particular venue and security comes up or somebody nearby hears that there's a hackathon going on and they're like, okay, so what are you hacking into this weekend? This is pretty weird, right? I'm going to make sure I don't leave my phone or my computer anywhere near here because it's going to be dangerous. These are dangerous people. They're going to have their hoodies on and they're going to be hacking into stuff, right? Like hacking into government databases, that sort of stuff that you see in the movies.
Step 1. Identify the target and its flaws. There are always flaws. I learned that early in life.
The reality couldn't be further from the truth. All that a hackathon means is you're hacking stuff, not in the sense of hacking into things or breaking things. It's hacking in the sense of building something really, really quickly. So if I were to give you an example, it would be like if you were to hack together a problem set, or if you were to hack together like maybe something physical, right? Maybe I hacked together this little piece of artwork, or I hacked together a computer that did a particular thing. I didn't hack into the computer, but I hacked together these different parts which made the computer work. So that's really all that hacking means. It just means building something really, really, really fast. So that's the first thing about what a hackathon is. It's where you build something really quickly. The reason it's hacking as opposed to like building is because you're not doing anything the perfect way or the way that you'd ideally do it. It's just that you're trying to build something as quickly as possible. Number two is that people often think that hackathons are really just for programmers, right? And I've got behind me some great books on programming. I was thinking when I was making this video that maybe I'd run through a little bit of these concepts, but to be honest, like none of this is actually required for a hackathon. Like you don't need to know stuff about like mastering programming. You might, want to know a little bit about Kanban, but nah, scrap that. Actually, you don't need to know anything about Kanban, right? Like project management, you don't need to know that for a hackathon. You don't need to be a technical whiz. I'll put that back there for now. You don't need to be some whiz kid programming or coding. In fact, you don't even need to know how to code often to come to a hackathon. You can just be doing the design. You can be helping with the business side. All of that is what's available to you at a hackathon. And oftentimes at our hackathons, we like to have a specific non-technical or no-code track so that you can just pitch your idea and win money at the actual hackathon. Which brings me on to point 3, money.
Money.
So hackathons, of course, are really cool because you get to win prizes. A lot of hackathons don't have actual prize money. They have stuff like iPhones or maybe giveaways, or sometimes even no prizes at all, just the honor. At our hackathons, we always like to give people money so that they can actually use that money to start their own startup. And typically at our hackathons, we have a ton of money. So we have anywhere from like $20,000 or pounds, wherever you are, right up to like we've given away over $100,000 at some of our hackathons, sometimes $120,000 at our hackathons. And that gets broken up into different tracks. So you can choose whether maybe you want to do like the programming track, if you really want to do some programming stuff. If you want to do the no-code track, you can also just pitch your idea. And that's how you can actually win a lot of money that you can then use, not just to, of course, spend it on stuff like buying a new Mac or whatever you want. It's no strings attached. But top teams actually use that to build their own startup. So if you're like me and you always like building new stuff, like new startups, when I was at university, I was always building new projects, like all the time with my friends, but money wasn't really something that we were able to get very easily at university because there weren't that many hackathons. Like, I'd highly recommend it. If you can get, I remember when we were just going for these pitch competitions, the total prize money for the top winning team was $2,000. And there was only one winning team. Sorry, £2,000. And that is just insane. Like, the fact that we're giving £2,000 at our hackathons to like some of the, the teams that only come like third or runners up. That's insane. So that is what a hackathon is. In terms of how it actually looks, we do all our hackathons in person. You can go to online ones, but if you're coming to an in-person one, typically it's time constrained and it's going to be over the course of a very short period of time. Our ones, we like to do them over 2 days so that you don't lose too much sleep. You can lose one night of sleep, but then you can go to bed after the hackathon's done. So it'll start on like a Saturday morning and then end on a Sunday. But some other hackathons, they start on a Friday, they'll go up until the Sunday when the prize giving will be. And basically the first bit of the hackathon is like networking. When you come there in the morning, just finding a team. You don't necessarily need to have a team when you actually come up. And then you go to some workshops to figure out more about the technology. You then have lunch, dinner, breakfast provided for you. And then you have the prize giving on the final day, where judges will basically select the best projects and then award the prizes. So again, I was going to keep this video really, really short and just give you the lowdown on what a hackathon actually is. If I were to give one other thing that I would say, it's that hackathons are not just about winning prizes. They're about so much more. They're about making lifelong friends. They're about learning new stuff. And at the end of the day, the reason a lot of people come to hackathons is because they want to make new friends. They want to learn about cool technology. They want to put it on their CVs. They want to get a certificate from the hackathon. And there are also tons of recruiters there. So if you're looking to get a job in tech or even just in startups or the business world in general, hackathons are really just the best place to start. So that's what hackathons are in a nutshell. I'm planning on making a lot more videos like this. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to like it. It really helps us to gain visibility for this channel and also to get more people into hackathons. So who knows, if you like this video, maybe you'll end up joining a hackathon with somebody else who you meet in the comments. I also want to hear your feedback and what your questions are about hackathons. So if you do have any, please leave them in the comments below. I read every single comment that people leave on every single one of my videos. So just leave your comments below and I'll either reply or just make an actual video around what you ask your questions about. So thanks friends, and I'll see you in the next one.